trends. Why you so nice with it? The gear's tight looking right, you got the ice with it. A conversation with me will change your life. Your wife wants the pipe, and when I hit you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitchin' cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for her to go on the trip, now you trippin' because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Cheering is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut, you lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her panties and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass, you pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that man shit, they be acting manic. I don't think these guys know what a man is. Y'all thinking you're out here winning with your money and status, you're thinking you're rich. But how you see yourself as a winner if I could ruin your day by smashing your bitch?
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. So, yeah.
To start your show now, press 1.
Oh, yeah.
To hear important instructions.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy
Your
Friday.
show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy Friday.
Blog Talk Radio.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Damn. All right. Yeah, happy Friday, guys. I ain't, I'm not happy about this, man. I'm not happy about this, but the show must go on and all that, you know what I mean? So rest in peace to the big bro. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the big bro, because I always tell you guys, like me and Lucario, we always talk, and we always try to keep whatever, like we disagree with the ideas, you understand? But we don't never wish nothing bad on nobody, you understand? And there's always something to learn in every situation. And y'all know how I get down. Like, I'm always looking for something to understand, something to learn, on the spiritual side, on the perspective side, you know what I'm saying? But I was hoping this shit was a fucking rumor. I was hoping it was a fucking rumor. I really was hoping it was a rumor. Because how a lot of people hate on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate on this on the big bro. And I was just hoping it was a fucking rumor, but turns out that it's not. And the reason why I feel like it's a thing for me, because I don't know Kevin Sameuls, shout out to Lucario. He actually did a show with him on the 6th with Donovan Sharp. You know, shout out to that whole situation, right? But I don't know Kevin Samuels. But one thing I do know is he was an elder. That means he lived more life than most of us. So that means there's certain things that are true about what his perspective is. You understand? Like, it's the same reason why when we did the Game Kings documentary, we went to go see Boss Mac. We went to go see Rosebud. You understand? Because you may not agree with everything the elders say, but the elders are elders for a reason. That means they spent more time on this earth than you. That means they've been through more shit than you. You understand? And not for nothing, I listened to a lot of Kevin Samuels. Not a whole lot, but I listened to a few good joints, you know, especially the joints where the titles actually spoke to me. And I didn't listen to everything neither. I didn't listen to like a lot of the fucking dialogue between him and these fucking wounded females. You know, all that shit is whatever. But I listened to a lot of the stuff that he had to say as a man and his perspective on the game and his perspective on, you know, man-woman relations and all that type of shit. And a lot of this shit was heavy. And to me, a lot of this shit was respectable. I didn't agree with everything, but a lot of this shit, like I could see his experience and I could see, okay, well, you know, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, and another reason why it's like, it's inside our direct circumference as far as this YouTube shit. As far as this market of us, you know, trying to spit game and speak about our perspectives on life and relationships and all this type of shit. And, you know, the fact that like he was the oldest of most of us, but he was still kind of young though. And he didn't seem like, you know, he didn't seem like the type of nigga that was reckless with his life. And, you know, I don't know him personally, you know, and, you know, I heard some people make comments of the fact that he drank Red Bull. So I don't drink Red Bull. I try to drink water and black coffee. That's what I do. Y'all saw me catch a cramp the other day, you know, because I need to drink more water. And another thing I do is I juice. And I'm just saying this for anybody that want to listen to try to take care of themselves. But, you know, I got myself one of those, what they call a slow masticating juicer. And I juice a lot of green juices, beets and ginger and lemon and lime and shit like that, you know, to try to keep myself, you know, to try to preserve my time on this earth, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm looking at the situation and it just kind of, for me, it just kind of, it's like, you know, if death was a nigga throwing darts, it's like, well, he threw the dart and it caught somebody and it's like, oh shit, like that's right. You know, the dart hit right next to me type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I said this jokingly the other day. I was like, yo, you know, Lucario, like, you know, we gonna die on YouTube because, you know, a lot of people want to hear what we have to say and look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Kevin Samuels out of here. You understand? And in no way did we see any type of like indicators or if he kind of like slowed down on his content or if he seemed out of it or if he seemed unhealthy or any of that. Like no fucking indication, no warning. But you know what? Let me not get into it too much. Let me do what I'm supposed to do, man. Let me do what I'm supposed to do. Hold on one second. Let me do what I'm supposed to do. All right, here we go.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and
Niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust. They just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
And you got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
Yo, yeah. Look, and then the phone lines are open, guys. Phone lines are open. Let me put the banner up so y'all can see it. Yeah. If y'all want to call in, y'all call in, if y'all want to talk about Kevin Sameuls, if y'all want to just talk about life. But I got some things that I want to talk about that we can learn from the situation. And, everybody's going to deal with this in their own way. So I don't need to, I see some of y'all in the chat. I don't need to hear about what another man had to say about this. You understand? Even if you might see me collaborate with another person, everybody going to deal with this shit the way they deal with this. This is how I'm dealing with it. And this is the show that I'm having and the conversation that I'm having. So I don't need to get into what another man did or what another man said. Okay. Cause every man is their own man. You understand? I'm on this because of what I'm trying to express. Okay, guys. I'm gonna take a call real quick. 734. You on with Miles Cunningham? What's up?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man?
Hello?
Yo.
Hey, yeah, this is Jamie, bro. I donated to you, man.
I appreciate you, bro. What's up with you, man? What's up?
Rest in peace, first to Kevin Sameuls, and I was just curious about the reaction I was seeing from people, and people were saying trying to say, everybody has their own perspective on it, but some people were saying he was alone when he passed, but I was just pointing out even for a man when he's alone, everybody goes out by themselves, really.
Right.
And I think that the most important thing for a man is not we don't dream about the same things as little girls do about, dying with somebody or the princess in the fairy tale. For me, the most important thing is legacy and he had a child. I think he had one kid or whatever.
Right.
And I feel for her or whatever, but and he had a legacy, he created something. So those two things alone are to me greater than having somebody that you just to call your own or whatever. Those things are the most important things I think a man thinks about before he leaves Earth. And he actually lived those out.
Right.
And even in his passing, he still has exposed a lot of I didn't agree with everything he said, but he's exposing a lot of the bitterness of people to the point where they're celebrating somebody's death because they didn't like what he said. That even then he's still exposing how the bitterness that is in the space or whatever,
Right.
So, shout out to him and what he brought. And I just want to say, just say that real quick, that I think that even though, he wasn't married and all that shit like that, he still lived he basically passed in the height of his life. You know what I'm saying? When he was growing up and all that shit.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
appreciate you, man. Appreciate your thoughts.
I actually had personal experience. Yeah, no problem, bro.
All right.
All right, bro.
Wait, hold on. You say you had a personal experience? What happened?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like you know my dad passed when he was in his 30s.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And he was just starting his businesses and all that.
Right.
So it kind of hit close to home because like my dad's stuff was just taking off when he passed. But
right.
you know, at least he got to live that a little bit when he blew up and he saw the content he was creating, and it's still here. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, and shout out to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for supporting the show as always, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Be safe.
No problem, bro.
All right.
No problem. All right.
And see, you know, the reason why I wanted to even do this is because, you know, like I always tell you guys to be thankful, man. Always tell y'all to be thankful, bro. Always tell y'all, you know, be grateful, man. Every fucking day that you wake up, man, you got to be grateful, man. You understand? And, you know, I'm grateful that Kevin Samuels got a chance to, you know, reach certain levels of the game as far as success and viewers and numbers and all that. So he could actually, you know, live a certain type of lifestyle that he wanted to live for himself, you know, because he started out like the rest of us, you know, talking about men's issues and not getting no views until he was able to break through and, you know, holler at, you know, the females and all this and all that. And, you know, and he got his quote unquote 15 minutes of fame, and he reached certain heights and certain levels. And I'm glad for him that it was able to happen before he passed, at least. You see what I'm saying? Because, again, I'm always just trying to be grateful. You understand? But see, I feel like we got to look at this situation and remember, like I tell you guys, there's no fucking guarantees in this shit. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. And y'all motherfuckers is worried about what people think. Oh, I don't want to go holler at the girl because other people is looking at me, and I'm scared to do this and that because, you know, what if she got a boyfriend and I'm scared for this and I'm scared for that because what if I fail and I don't want to take no L's and I don't want to leave pussy on the table. And bro, life is not guaranteed. Okay? There's no fucking guarantees in this bitch. None. You could be chilling one day, everything is all good, and then you go to sleep and that's it. You don't fucking wake up. And I'm hearing a lot of different things because I heard he was with a woman and maybe she, you know, people are talking shit like she might have did something to him. And I mean, I don't know none of that to even really talk about it. That's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, here today, gone tomorrow. So all you niggas you scared and you're worried and you're afraid to be embarrassed, or you're afraid to take a L, or you're afraid to whatever it is. Nothing is guaranteed, guys. Nothing. Not one fucking thing is guaranteed. And y'all motherfuckers running around here scared of rejection? Y'all motherfuckers running around here scared of being played, scared of getting ghosted on, scared of... What are you afraid of? Life is here to be lived. Tomorrow's not promised, man. Get out here and do what the fuck you trying to do and live your fucking life, man. Man, I don't know. Like, you know, like I said, man, I'm glad the brother got to actually, you know, reach certain levels and certain heights. And a lot of the shit he said was some honest, real shit to me. You understand? This is some things that he said about masculinity that I feel needed to be said. And the fact that he had he had a lot of numbers. To me, he at least brought attention to what a man has to fucking say in this space. You understand? So I got to give him some credit, at least for that. At least for that. Because it's a lot of motherfuckers that are scared to say shit. Like the people who are in the leading spaces of media. They would never say nothing. They would never say half the shit that Kevin Samuels said. But Kevin Samuels had the fucking balls to say it, and he reached higher heights than a lot of us other YouTubers. And the reason why I appreciate that is because he brought eyes to the space. He brought attention to the space. So instead of debating whether or not I agree with everything he said, I'd rather a lot of motherfuckers at least say, oh, wait, there's a space in YouTube where there are black men talking about their definition of masculinity. And somebody might have saw him on the 6, and they might have looked at Lucario's channel, and they might have clicked on Lucario's fucking thing. and probably started listening and maybe got on the Bad Boy membership. And then if they was looking at Lucario, they might have looked at me. And if they was looking at me or Lucario, they might have looked at the Real Game No Theory show. Do you understand? So I gotta respect that, bro. Like, I can't act like, oh, well, you know, fuck him because he ain't got his definition don't match mine. I can't do that. I can't do that. The nigga got 1 million subscribers. That means more eyes are looking in the space. And yes, he did dialogue with females way more than my taste, because I got different views on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe a female should be even in certain conversations. But hey, that was his lane. And the fact is that he brought eyes to the situation. Like, I remember countless dates I've been on. And they say, you know, what do you do? Oh, yeah, I make content on YouTube. And the first thing bitches be asking me, you're not like Kevin Sameuls, are you? And I think that I think that's a good thing to some respect, because that means Kevin Sameuls is bringing people that probably would have never fucking clicked on any of our videos and made them at least curious. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that viral video I did the other day with the racist nigga cussing me out. Almost every other fucking comment was comparing me to Kevin Sameuls. You get what I'm saying? So the eyes that came to that video, a lot of the eyes that came to my channel was literally because Kevin Sameuls opened up the door to bring those eyes to the space. And that's because Kevin Sameuls put in work. He put in, again, I'm not saying I agree and I'm with all of his the different ways that he did it. I don't agree with all the shit that he said. I don't agree with the high value man definition. I don't agree with most of that shit. But his work and his effort brought eyes to the space. So I have to respect it. In some way, I got to say to myself, well, that nigga was doing him, and him doing him brought more people into the space to at least be curious about the fact that there are masculine motherfuckers on these platforms talking, saying something about masculinity and how we feel about, or, you know, what we think about relationships and how we should relate to the opposite sex and where we need to go. And I think that's fucking important. So that's why I say respect to Kevin Sameuls, rest in peace to that motherfucker. And thank you for saying some of the shit that you said. Because some of the shit that he said, you listen to the shit and you like, yes, that fucking bitch needed to hear that shit. These fucking wounded ass women, a lot of them needed to hear that shit. That's why so many of them are quote unquote celebrating his death. That's why so many of them are fucking rejoicing at the fact that he's not here anymore. But they're actually rejoicing at the realness. That's what they think that they're rejoicing at his death. They're actually celebrating his life, but they just don't know it, because a lot of the things that Kevin Sameuls said put up a mirror and brought a sense of urgency to a lot of these females to make them at least think about some of the decisions that they're making and their attitudes in the space and the way that they think about themselves and the way that they think about men and so on and so forth. Again, I'm not all the way there. I don't totally agree. But the fact that he sparked the brain, the fact that he sparked the attention, I think that's something to be appreciated. And that's why I'm talking about him. You understand? Let me see. I got 443. 443. You're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's up?
What's going on, Miles? You made a very valid point, man.
Yeah.
I want to say rest in peace to Kevin Sameuls. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen. Yo, hey, your phone, you sound kind of muffled, bro. I don't know if you need to adjust your phone or your position, but I want to hear you more clearly.
All right, that. Here, 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm good. Yeah, I wanted to say that I watched a lot of his content over the few months. He definitely did bring a lot of eyes to the manosphere.
Yeah.
And I know you guys don't like to be included in the manosphere, but ultimately, you guys' videos are in the algorithm associated with the manosphere.
Right.
So value is shared equally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just as much attraction he was getting.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that's a lot of eyes to this page also. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
what people got to realize is a lot of these women that you mentioned that's getting mad, that's celebrating his death.
Mm-hmm.
That's ultimately going to be a situation for them to deal with later on, because there's something in them which they didn't connect with, and ultimately they're going to have to come face to face with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Later.
Right.
Because also I didn't agree with everything he said as far as the high value man and the money factor, but ultimately a lot of manhood statements that he made, and which women and men need to associate is pretty much online. You know what I mean? It's true.
Right.
To some extent.
Right.
So people just need to be aware of that, man.
Right. Facts,
man.
man.
So rest in peace, and of course, Miles, you continue doing your thing, because just like everyone's got a purpose on this life. And I feel like if he came here, he spread his message out as it should have been done, you know, and whoever he may have reached, I'm sure they got some type of help from it.
Right.
And that's what it's about.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
That's what it's about.
All right, man.
Man, y'all have a good day, man.
All right, man. You be easy, man. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe, bro. We got 646. You on live with Miles Cunningham. What's up? 646.
Yo, what's good?
Yo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, what's going on? This Electron algorithm. What's going on, my dude?
Appreciate
shout
you.
out to you and Lucario. Y'all do a great show. I just want to say this. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
All right.
See, here's the issue. Here's the issue with people in general, males and females. Now, I'm gonna go in on the females right now. This is how I look at it. A lot of butt sore females who can't handle the truth don't like Kevin Samuels.
Right.
I agree. I agree with 99% of Kevin Samuels' shit. Now, here I am, a black man who always been with women. You know what I'm saying? I'm a proud black man. But here's the deal. Me being a black man, listening to Kevin Samuels, I agree with that shit. But on the flip coin, I listen to Cynthia G. A lot of brothers be dissing me because me as a black man, I'm listening to Cynthia G. And 99% of the shit she say, I agree.
Okay.
It's fucking true. See, here's the deal. The women that don't like the truth don't like Kevin Samuels.
Right.
And the men who don't like the truth don't like Cynthia G. I say it to the female haters who's hating on Kevin Samuels. I say, listen, I agree with Kevin Samuels, but here I am, a black man. I agree with Cynthia G too.
Right.
Her talking points is true. There's a lot of women that don't want to agree with Kevin Samuels because they butt sore. And there's a lot of brothers out there that don't want to agree with Cynthia G because they on some bullshit. They don't want to admit to it. I'm a black man, I admit to it. There's a percentage of us, we're not inventing like we used to. There's a lot of dusty motherfuckers out there, dog.
Right.
Let's keep it real. And Cynthia G points this shit out. Me, I'm man enough to say, you know, I'm sitting back listening to him like, wait a minute. This shit she's saying is fucking true. It's true. There's dudes that's out there that's dusty. They be on some dust shit.
All right, okay. All right, man. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm trying to keep this on a more positive slant, my nigga. So if you got something like positive to say, then say it. But other than that, like, I'm good. So if you got anything else that's positive, let me know.
That is positive. I am being positive, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling it like it is from my perspective as a black man.
Okay.
Fess up. Everybody need to fess up. Women and men.
Right.
You got to fucking take your shit and fucking eat that shit. If you in the wrong, you in the fucking wrong.
Right.
Niggas need to stop being cowards.
Right. Now that's true. I agree with that.
Facts. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. to that man.
Right.
And shout out to Cynthia G.
Okay. All right, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good one, man. Be safe. All right. 868-868. You're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Miles? It's Timothy here.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm good. My comment on Kevin Samuels is I believe he was one of the greatest comedians and most intelligent man when it comes to these kind of issues. Here's why. And I only learned this through game. If you as a woman or a man needs to call a total stranger to be validated, whether you are 5 or 10, and prove to that person, a total stranger, that I'm not a 9 or I'm not a 10, I'm a 6, I'm a 5. Something is wrong with your self-esteem.
Right.
And that was the joke Kevin Samuel played on the entire world.
Facts. Yeah.
So a lot of women be, oh, Kevin Samuel, but you are calling a stranger to validate you. Something's wrong with you.
Right.
And I shout out to Kevin Samuel. He's one of the greatest.
No, that's facts. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, look, because they called him. They called him. You understand? And look, man, like I said before, this ain't no fucking, like memorial and necessarily, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just want to show respect, and I just want to, reiterate what we can learn. Right. And, like I said, there are no guarantees. We have to be grateful for every opportunity we have to live another day, to have another opportunity to do what we do. We have to stop being afraid to be who we are. And I think Kevin Samuel was an example of that for a lot of people. Like he was who he wanted to be. And the more popular he got is the more, like, I didn't see him. I mean, other than the fact that he switched up from talking to men to talking to women more, I didn't really see his personality or his identity, his outward identity switch up. Like he stuck with it. And the more people called him like, gay or got angry at him, is the more he stuck to his shit. And I like that shit. Me personally, like I feel like identity is the thing, man. Identity, you being who you are in spite of what people have to say. I think that's super important. And I think he was a good example of that. You understand? We got to stop being afraid of who we are. And I also want to say that, the people who are quote unquote celebrating his death, so to speak, I think it shows the impact of his message. Now, when I say impact, I'm not putting out a judgment of whether his impact was good or bad. I'm just saying the impact was there. I mean, the fact that he went from, somewhere from 50,000 subscribers to 1 point something million in the span of less than a year, that's something to be like, the impact was ridiculous. And that's what I'm trying to point out. That's what I'm trying to show respect to, and like I said, the fact that he brought energy to the space, he brought eyes to the space, he brought different people that probably would have never clicked on one of our fucking videos to the space. All right, we got 347. You're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Miles? This is Aaron. I donated in the Cash App.
I appreciate you, bro. What's up with you, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, yeah, well, first things first, Peter, brother Kevin Samuels. There's a lot of people out here hating and all that bullshit for no reason. It's like, y'all dogs. Just because he's not hit, I don't mean that he didn't have the impact. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He pretty much on some goddamn, he like the Tupac of black YouTube. Like, yeah, you was hot for like 2 years, but yo, you got a lasting impact. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So all that other bull crap is like, hey, look ahead. As long as you damn value your life, it's about what you leave behind and all the opportunities you create for other people. You know what I mean?
Right. Appreciate you, man.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
Speaking of which, how do I reach out to you about a photo shoot?
How do you reach out to me about a photo shoot? Your best bet would be to hit me up on Instagram.
I bet. Hey, y'all be easy, brother.
All right, man.
Take promise to nobody.
All right, take it easy, bro. You have a good one. Be safe out there.
Hey, you too, man. Peace.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, I don't. You know, this is sort of the same way I felt. You know, when Player Supreme passed away. I don't know if y'all even remember Player Supreme, but Player Supreme was another. Like he was one of the early cats in the space, and and he was one of them cats that he was. It was when the numbers were still low. Like nobody was really fucking with our space. You know, this was before this was before it was even called the Manosphere. You know, Player Supreme was in there, you know, spitting game and talking game, and you know, and he passed away, and it was like, damn, like wow, that's crazy. You know, but it's I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because I'm in my 40s or what. It's like it's just this death thing. You know, it's gonna come for all of us. It's gonna come to all of us. So it is what it is. So that's why I'm trying to encourage y'all motherfuckers to be grateful, bro, and to live your life and stop being afraid of being who you are, bro. Like stop being afraid to go take that job. Stop being afraid to go holler at that girl. Stop being afraid to go to that party. Stop being afraid to love yourself. Stop being afraid, man. Because what are you afraid because you think you got all this time? You understand? You afraid, like you think you have the luxury of being afraid because you think you have all the time in the fucking world. Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on my fears one day at a time. No, you need to figure that shit out, and so you can create more time to live more life until you fucking out of here. He was only 50. He was only 57. Prince was only 53. Michael Jackson was only 53. I'm 41. That's that's a little over. Like according to them niggas, I got a decade left, bro. I got a decade left. You understand? And truthfully, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm not even afraid of death like that. But when I think about all the guys that I talk to, as far as consultations, and I listen to some of them, and they telling me what they going through, and I'm like, bro, like the majority of your problems is you don't love yourself. The majority of your problem is you are afraid to be you. You're afraid of the opportunity that you've been given to actually be a unique, specific person in this world. So you're holding back because you're afraid of what might happen. It's understandable, but what I'm saying is, look at what's going on around you. We don't have a lot of fucking time. Not all of us is gonna make it to old age to where we could fucking chill on the porch and sip lemonade in the rocking chair and be like, hey, I had a long, fruitful life. Nah, you could be in the middle of the grind. Go to sleep and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? This shit that we have called time is precious. Like last night, I was supposed to have a date. Shorty was a half hour late. A half hour late. I gave her as much as a half hour only because she texted me and let me know she was gonna be late. But then I was expecting maybe 15 minutes, pushing it 20 minutes, but she was a full half hour late. I started walking. And then she called me at like 10 minutes after that. And I was like, hey, don't worry about it, because I'm home. And she was all disappointed and angry and this and that. And she was like, can we do a rain check? I said, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't fuck with flakes. And it's not because I'm trying to charge women to the game to get back at them. No. My time is fucking valuable. And I have to treat it as such. You understand what I'm saying? I don't got all the time in the world to be waiting for a bitch. And I don't have all the time in the world to be afraid neither. I'm sure Kevin Samuels thought he had more time. I'm sure he was thinking about topics that he was going to do next week. I'm sure he was thinking about interviews that he probably had set up next month and weeks later. I'm sure. But ain't none of that going to happen now. 470. You're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's up? 470. What up?
Hey, what's up, Miles? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you feel?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be long-winded here.
Yeah.
What you just said now resonated with me, because we don't know how much time we have on this earth to accomplish whatever we're gonna accomplish. I myself, I'm 50 years old. He's about like 7 years older than I am, but we're more or less in the same age bracket.
Right.
And you just don't know.
Right.
He had become famous recently.
Right.
About
Right.
a year, and I never listened much to his podcast that much, but I know that he got a lot of subscribers, and he was I've heard his name. I watched the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I remember him on there.
Right.
But he, from what I can tell, he had a lot of success later, in his later years. And, you never know when your time is up.
Right.
And, that could happen to us at 30. It could happen to you at 20. It could happen to you, at 60. So I think with him, it's just a lesson to me that, you don't know how much time you have left. And I think one good thing that's positive about this is that even though he, I think about Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was very young when he died. He was like 33, but look at the impact he had. So you don't need a whole lot of time, to make impact. Christ,
right.
He was 33 when whether you believe in him or not, that's another story. But
right.
Look at how he changed the world. With the millions of people that follow that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to say. It's a double-edged sword. You don't know how much time you have, but you don't need a lot of time to make impact. You could do something in 2 or 3 years that could literally cement your name for centuries, and you could live, for 100 years and not really do anything.
Right.
So that's what I want to say. So I think it's him dying at that age is something to think about, because I never suspected that would happen. Nobody suspected that would happen to him.
Right.
You just wake up one day and the person's gone. So, and it's not someone I knew personally, but anyway, I don't want to be long-winded. I appreciate your show, and I like what you do, and let's stay positive with this thing.
Yes, sir.
So,
Appreciate
that's
you.
all
man.
I gotta say. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for calling in, man. Be safe. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just, again, guys, just wanted to remind you guys to be, just be grateful, and a part of being grateful is when you're grateful for something, you try to use it to its full value, to its full measure. So that's what I'm trying to say with the time that you have in this life, try your best, bro, to live it, bro. Try your best to do your best, to be your best. Like I said, you got to love yourself, appreciate the time you have on this earth. Every day you wake up is an opportunity for you to accomplish something that you haven't yet, or to move closer to the accomplishment, whatever that is. You understand? So, again, rest in peace to Kevin Sameuls. Rest in peace to his, condolences to his family and friends, and, let's not forget, bro. And another thing too is I feel like time is always up for real niggas, bro. You know what I mean? Like, people like Patrice O'Neal, Kevin Samuels is another one, just dudes that keep it 100. Paul Mooney, you know what I'm saying? Like people that keep it 100. It's like, fate looks at it and is like, well, sometimes it's like it's almost no space for real niggas sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The fake motherfuckers live hundreds of years, and the real niggas get, the real niggas die early. So I don't know, maybe being a real nigga is a curse. I don't know. I don't know, but fuck it. I love trying to be, I love like being the highest version of myself, and do what that means to me. You understand? And I love telling the truth, and I love being honest, and I love doing what I like to do, and doing what I really want to do with my time. Like I heard Bill Maher was talking to Howard Stern about being, the prospect of being married. And Howard Stern was like, yeah, I realized that you're the type of guy that probably would never get married. And he was like, and he said something that I loved. He said, I love all my time to figure out what to do with all my time. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that kind of stuck out to me. You understand? And again, you don't know how much time you have left. You really don't. And I mean, yeah, it's always good to make plans. We got to make plans because we're making strides to accomplish certain things and to get some things done. But at the same time, it's like, in between, man, you got to appreciate this shit. You got to be grateful. Got to be grateful, guys. And that's why I talk about being grateful, as much as I can. And again, being grateful is not just being thankful. Being grateful is looking at what you have and doing the most with what you have. You understand? Take the fucking limits off, guys. Take the limits off. Take the fucking limits off. Stop worrying about what people think of you. Stop worrying about what your friends and family might think of you. I mean, if it's something in your life that you want to do and something you want to be and something you want to try out and something you want to experience, and you think to yourself, oh, well, I better not do that because my mom. Oh, I better not do that because my friends might. Oh, I better not do that because my loved ones might look at me. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Because when your time is up, your time is up. And guess what? Their fucking clock is still going to be ticking. I mean, yeah, they probably feel sad and all that type of shit. But when your time is up, your fucking time is up. So do what you got to do, even if it makes them mad. Shit, a lot of times, especially if it makes them mad. Because them being mad, it literally means that you are being a totally unique and different person. Like you're being exactly you. Because everybody's not supposed to like you. Only you supposed to like you. Everybody not supposed to like you. They every time, another one of these type of people die, they say, oh, well, he was a very polarizing figure. Oh, she was a very polarizing person. The reason why you're polarizing is because you do you. Whoever's going to like it. Whoever going to hate it. And other than that, shut the fuck up, because this is my life. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I can't stress enough, guys. We got to be grateful. We got to be grateful. You're on live with Miles Cunningham, 713. What up? Who this? Monogamous?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, Miles? It's a monogamous player. I donated.
I appreciate you, bro. What's up with you, man? Happy Friday, man. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Oh, yes, sir. Man, all I just want to say is, RIP to to a legend, to a GOAT.
Yep.
I didn't really follow Kevin Sameuls like that, but of course his voice was heard. And even though I didn't follow him like that, I know that there was a positive reason why his voice was being heard.
Right.
So definitely RIP to a legend, and just RIP to all the fallen legends. And another thing I just want to talk about life, because I do wake up every day, Miles, and I always thank God for giving me another opportunity to wake up, because you can be in the perfect health, perfect health,
right,
and you can still die in your sleep, or you can still get into your car and get into a car wreck. So that's why I make sure that everybody that I love, I make sure that each and every day that I tell them that I love them. I kiss my son every day. I kiss my woman every day. I pray for my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law,
right,
my friends, my family. I pray for every, what I'm saying? Like all I'm trying to say is life is so short. And even if you live for 99 years, life is still short. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
you're always thinking about it could have been longer. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you don't have time to be worried about people. You don't have time to be hating, or you don't have time to go through negative emotions, even though they're going to pop up. But we really only have time to serve one another, to show support to one another, and to love one another.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we really only have time for that. And me personally, Miles, I used to be one of those people that I used to try to love people so hard and like people please people.
Yes.
But I realized that that's not good for life. You see what I'm saying? Like, you really only have time to please yourself.
Right.
Because it's so many people that you can try to please and please and please, and they still not going to be satisfied. But then you just wasted so much time trying to please them. You see what I'm saying? Focus on yourself, please yourself, and focus on being happy.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we only got a short time on earth, and we want our legacy to outreach the time that we are on earth. So that's all I want to say. I'm definitely looking out for y'all show this evening. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the show. Thanks for calling in. You be safe, all right?
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Guys, we ain't got all the time in the world, guys. We ain't got all the time in the world. Life is short, you know. Appreciate it. Do your fucking thing, okay? Do your thing. Stop letting shit hold you back. Stop letting fear hold you back. You know, and you know the thing, you know, there's a reason why like these spaces, YouTube, podcasts, and all this other shit has become so popular, right? Because, you know, not all of us have the opportunity to really, you know, be a part of certain conversations. You understand? Some of us have lives where we only have time to get up, go to work, come back home, take care of business, go to sleep, get up, go to work. You know what I'm saying? So that in between time where you get to put in some headphones and listen to a different person speak about something that speaks to your spirit is important. You understand? And that's why all of these spaces are important. That's why I have respect for all these spaces. You understand? Of course, I have my opinions. I have my opinions on the philosophies within each space. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with everybody. But I have a lot of respect and I have a lot of, you know, reverence and appreciation for all these different spaces, because different people now have more of a chance to pick and choose what speaks to them on a spiritual, emotional, mental, you know, life perspective level. You understand? That's what makes all of this so important. And that's why we do what we do. Because I know a certain amount of people gonna fuck with me, gonna fuck with Lucario and what we do over here with the Bad Boy membership and all that stuff. A certain amount of people gonna fuck with Kevin Sameuls. A certain amount of people gonna fuck with whoever else. A certain amount of people gonna fuck with, you know, the MGTOW guys, the red pill guys, the other pills and whatever else and whatever. And my thing is, I'm not here to tell anyone to shut the fuck up. Although you might hear me say niggas need to shut the fuck up, but I'm just saying, I don't really want them to be silenced. I'm not here to censor anybody, because the same freedom that they have to say what they want to say is the same freedom that gives me the right to say the shit I want to say. So therefore, there's no fucking way that I would like, you know, want to wish anything bad on anybody or, you know, shit on any particular person. You know, I'll tell you in a second, I don't fuck with your philosophy. I don't fuck with your lifestyle. You know, it's only two genders. You know, I'll be the first to tell you that shit. You understand? However, motherfuckers should have the freedom to do and express themselves however the fuck they want. And within saying that, it's the time that we have to make that expression that makes all the difference. You understand? It's the time that we have on this earth to make that expression. You understand that you know, because you can have the platform, but if you ain't got the health and the life inside of you to speak and to put it out there, then it's lost. It's lost. Okay? So whatever that means to you, you know, I'm not telling everybody to get on YouTube. I'm just saying, whatever that means to you, as far as expressing yourself, as far as living the life that you want to live, as far as being that type of individual that you want to be, whatever vision you have in your mind for the man you're trying to be or the person you're trying to be, the time is not unlimited. You gotta fucking do it. You gotta do it, and you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid, and you can't take none of this shit for granted. All right, guys? Can't take none of this shit for granted. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. And, you know, like I said, once again, RIP to Kevin Sameuls. You know, he had a meteoric rise in the space. You know, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, manosphere, black YouTube, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't care. I'm just saying he definitely had a rise in the space, and his rise, let's be honest, it put a lot more attention on what the rest of us was doing. You understand? Because I'll be honest, I noticed something too, because Kevin Sameuls had a whole bunch of subscribers and followers, but still, look at how long it took them to fully verify the story of his death. And I feel like the reason why that is because as famous as he was in our space, he still wasn't that famous in the general media space. Let's be honest. He still wasn't that famous in the general media space. Because there's still people that I know that I'm like, hey, did you hear about Kevin Samuels? They're like, who that? Still a lot of people that didn't know who the fuck he was. So for the fact that so many people do know about the market that we're in, the space that we're in, these YouTube platforms and these conversations that we're having, a lot of that credit, you understand, is given to him. A lot of that credit is given to him because of the way he did what he did, you know, whatever the fucking average at best, and that shit went viral and it took off, and then he stayed on his suits and his style and his conversational strategy, and don't overtalk me and all of that classic shit. And that was, and again, I'm not saying like or dislike. I don't give a fuck whether you like, disliked, agreed, disagreed. I'm saying that man was being him. He was being him, and he was consistent. And that type of shit I have to respect, period. You understand? Because when in this space, if somebody say Kevin Samuels, all of y'all motherfuckers know who they talking about. And the first thing y'all think about is, oh, don't overtalk me. Don't overtalk me. Or you're average at best. Sometimes I'll be joking around on the show. I'll be like, dress size. How old are you? And when I say that shit, all of y'all motherfuckers know who I'm talking about and who I'm referencing. Why? Because that man did him. He did him, and he was consistent with his identity and his personality. And I feel like that's something to be respected. So again, rest in peace to the big homie. Condolences to his family. And, I just hope I hope overall it makes us stronger as a people. Everybody that his content touched, I just hope it makes us stronger. I hope it makes us appreciate life more. And I hope it inspires most of us, inspires more of us to be courageous in our identities and be who the fuck we trying to be and really live life, bro, and really be grateful and appreciate this shit. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Always remember the truth is inside you. Peace.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, the things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.